Hello Year 2, welcome to the final science video. This is day 5. I'd like for you to find the animal page at the back of the pack and cut it off in a moment. And I'd like to sort and stick them according to whether they live in a hot habitat or a cold habitat. If you're unsure, got the fennec fox and the musk ox, they might be new to you, then ask an adult to help you or search online. Here they are. So all you'll need to do is to cut them out, stick them here if they live in a hot habitat, or there if they live in a cold habitat. I'm going to show you the answers next, so pause the video while you do the work. And here are the answers, all of these in the hot habitat and these in the cold habitat. There was a big clue for the muskox with all of that fur that it lives in a cold habitat. Hopefully you worked that out. Okay, we're going to take a look now at how living things work together to stay alive. We had a look at some different habitats last lesson. We talked about rainforests, Arctic, desert, ocean. Those are all different options, and we had a video all about the ocean, didn't we? We're going to think about rainforests today, and what are tropical rainforest habitats like? And do you know any plants or animals that live here? Take a moment to talk about that and pause the video. Here are some animals from tropical rainforest. We've got a toucan, we've got some of the very, very tall trees reaching high to make sure they get the light, and we've got a tree frog and a cheetah here. And I'm going to show you now a video all about rainforests. I'll speak to you afterwards.
Where in the world is this habitat? The trees are taller than tall. It's ablaze with colour. It's hot, humid, and it rains. A lot. It is home to half of the plant and animal species on Earth. From teeny-weeny insects to huge, hungry predators. There is no place like it. Cats swim, plants climb. Snakes the length of 6 humans slither in the branches of trees. It is a rainforest. Rainforests are dense. The trees grow close together in the warm, wet climate, soaking up the sunshine, drinking in the rain. They grow and grow, towering, sky-tickling trees. The highest treetops make a perfect lookout point for birds. In the canopy is where many animals make their home. Flying, gliding, jumping, climbing, balancing. Howler monkeys spend their lives up high in the boughs, becoming expert climbers with strong arms, using their legs, fingers, even their tails to grip. See this chameleon? He sees all. His eyes move separately, alert to danger, to lurking predators. Chameleons have another special skill: camouflage. Hummingbirds feed on nectar inside flowers, their long bills poking deep into the petals. Insects crawl up and down the trees in search of food. Spiders too. These bees protect themselves by clinging under a leaf. Down on the rainforest floor, it is dark, forever in the shade, Hardly a ray of sunshine peeps through the leaves above. All kinds of things fall here. Leaves, branches, dead animals quickly decompose into the soil and nourish the trees. From the dim, dark forest floor into the lush canopy and up to the sun-drenched treetops, there is no richer habitat anywhere in the world.
All of the creatures live together and they depend on each other. That means that they need each other to stay alive. If we think back to a more British habitat like a woodland or woods, why might the squirrel need an oak tree to stay alive? What does it need from the tree? Well, it needs food, and acorns, the seeds and the nuts, they are a squirrel's favourite food. But also safety. Living high in an oak tree gives squirrels protection from foxes and badgers and gives them a safe place to have babies. And the oak tree also gives them shelter, protecting the squirrel from the wind, the cold, the rain, and bigger animals as well. But why does an oak tree need a squirrel? Well, it needs a squirrel to spread its seeds. The squirrel collects lots of acorns and buries some to save for later. It carries them far away from the tree and it hides them under the ground, away from other animals. But sometimes the squirrels forget to go and dig them up again, so those acorns in the ground will start to grow into new oak trees. The squirrel needs the oak tree for food and shelter, and the oak tree needs the squirrel to spread seeds so new trees can grow. They depend on each other, and we've got an arrow here pointing both ways because they need each other, and that means the dependency that they need each other to stay alive. What about foxes though? Why do foxes need squirrels? Well, foxes eat squirrels. And why do they need oak trees? If there were no oak trees, then there would be fewer squirrels, so there'd be less food for the foxes. How are the foxes helping the oak tree though? Well, if there were no foxes, then there'd be more squirrels. And the squirrels might then eat all of the acorns, so no new oak trees could grow. All of these living things in this habitat depend on each other to survive. I'm going to ask you to look at the habitat on your activity sheet. It's a rainforest, looks like this. You'll need to read the labels and stick them onto the habitat to show how the living things in that habitat work together. And then complete some sentences to say how animals and plants depend on each other to stay alive. It looks like this,